What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Screen Sanctum reaction. I'm Steve. Today we're going to react to Brooklyn Nine-Nine Season 3, Episode 16, Moo Moo. Last episode, plainly, the 9-9 did not get shut down. That's all we need to know. Before we get into this episode, though, if you want to see this uncut reaction and all my uncut reactions, please check out my Patreon. There's something for everyone. I have a free tier. It's a good time. It would help me dearly. Or you could check out the Screen Sanctum shop at shop.screensanctum.com. All right, let's get into some 9-9 in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good morning, everyone.
Terry. Oh my God, they're wearing the same shirt.
Sarge.
And tie.
The chances.
And suspenders.
Zero. Oh. Gather around, y'all. It's time to play Who Wore It Best.
Definitely not you, Charles.
Who wore it best?
Terry.
Who wore it best? Best. Terry. What?
There we go.
Hey, Peralta. How's it going, man?
First episode with a save 9-9.
Cool. So how's it going?
I can't stop murdering.
Been there.
Okay, Sarge.
What is he looking
Sarge.
at?
Jake, when'd you get here? Die Hard, explosions, whatever.
Wait,
Captain
no,
Jeopard sounds
was
good.
getting interesting.
Eventually.
I like to take on additional responsibilities.
Good. I like seeing you take initiative. Let's see what there is.
Nothing.
One police posse is looking for a city council liaison. Not including a 4,000 word personal essay.
Oh my
Will that be a
God.
problem?
No. Terry does not have a problem at all. Terry's got a big problem.
Huge
Ooh,
problem.
not the real life. They're 6. They can take the subway.
Rosa, that's crazy. They're babies. Terry, just call them an Uber.
Just take my minivan.
You got it.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Friends helping friends.
Why are you doing
He
that?
thinks they're
with your face?
practicing for kids.
at mommy and daddy.
Hey, girls, who's the coolest person you've ever met in your entire lives?
You are!
Aw.
In all the land, even objectively more than Idris Elba?
You are!
If you want, I'll tell these young girls that you don't think science is a good fit for them.
Oh, Jake.
Play with those windows, ladies.
I think we rocked it.
Right? I don't see what the
But
big
you
deal
get
is
to
about
give
being
the
a
kids
parent. That was
back.
so easy.
Where the hell is Moo Moo?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
I think Terry has a child named Moo Moo, and we forgot to pick her up.
Where's it now?
Where can Moo Moo be?
Up, down, up, down, up, down.
No.
Up, down, up, down. Oh, and one more thing. I love you.
I love you too, Jake.
Aw.
Moo Moo? Moo Moo!
Please be Moo Moo.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh.
Hey,
Oh, don't move.
What
Oh,
the
I was just...
Step back. Drop that.
Oh, come on, man.
What's wrong?
I got stopped by a cop last night.
Stop for what?
Stopped for walking.
That makes 0 sense unless...
Yep.
Keep talking. See what happens next. Huh?
That
guy.
Hope that cop
Did you
lost
tell
his
him you're a
job.
cop?
I tried to.
I mean, nothing like that has ever happened to me, and I've done some pretty suspicious things in the
Oh, I
street.
wonder why it doesn't happen to you.
Playing a prank on my buddy. Sounds fun. Carry on.
Exactly.
It's a very good prank.
Earn that.
I don't want to start a whole hullabaloo.
It's not a hullabaloo.
I
You
think
were
I just
racially
need to sit down with
profiled,
the guy
man.
and have a direct conversation.
Why was Daddy in trouble with the policeman?
Why do they
That's
know?
complicated.
Is it because he's black?
You are knee-deep in the thick, rich broth of
But he got his kid older than these
Who else
kids.
can we call?
Right?
Who wants to watch 101 Dalmatians and not ask any hard-to-answer questions about your father and race?
Oh, why would you even phrase it like that? Oh, God.
You're sorry for not knowing I was a cop sooner?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing suspicious or illegal about that.
Okay, but you and I both know that you don't exactly look like you belong in that neighborhood.
I live
Oh,
there.
Lord.
I'm not apologizing for doing my job.
That's not the job, man.
Whoa.
Terry is correct.
Your ideas vis-a-vis tires and slashing.
Vis-a-vis.
Knowing
Isn't
there
that
was no
what
talking to a guy like
Holt
that.
said last episode?
I'm submitting an official complaint with Holt.
I'm not going to submit this.
Huh?
Why not?
Because I think it's a mistake.
Whoa, I would not think Holt would say no.
We are happy to look after the kids again.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm gonna go find out what the hell is going on with Captain Holt.
I really wonder why.
I'm the guy whose damn complaint you don't want to submit, and I can't think of one damn reason
Damn.
why.
This is Sergeant Jeffers.
Hi.
Alrighty, no problem at all. This is important. Also, Kevin's friend Margot's here, and she's a real Class A drip. I don't want to see your career derailed because you were besmirched for reporting on another officer.
But what he did was wrong.
Politics, man.
Besmirching worth a greater besmirching of your career? You have to balance besmirchings. There's politics to being a cop.
Mhm.
I understand what you're saying, but
He's being a
I hear
papa.
Margot's quick issues in the home.
Oh, no.
Okay, we got chocolate, chocolate,
Oh,
chocolate vanilla, and my
God, they're
personal
gonna have
favorite,
diabetes.
a bowl full of cake batter.
Is being black bad? We're black. Are we gonna get in trouble like Daddy?
Just...
Jay, can I talk to you for a second?
Yes, please.
Oh, I mean,
I know. What kind of kids don't want to eat
the
cake? Should we call
parents
child
should
service?
definitely have that conversation, but...
There's something called prejudice, which comes from the Latin words pre or before, and judicium.
Only
which
Amy
means
can make this so mundane and boring.
Then I don't want to be a woman. Me neither.
You don't have to be if that's who you are. You know what? That's a whole other conversation.
Your daddy's okay, and he's not in trouble, and he loves you both more than anything in the world.
He does.
Well, if you guys have any other questions,
Uh-oh.
we're here for you.
What's an orgasm?
Oh my God. What?
I always wanted to be a superhero.
Stop it! Stop bothering little Terry!
Oh, he calls himself Little Terry. Oh. They ran away.
I don't care if it might hurt my career. I'm filing that report. Even if I have to go over your head to do it.
Damn.
Kind of seemed like you were gonna get up and leave after saying all that.
I'm sorry I told them orgasms was another word for oranges. I panicked.
Yeah, it did make it awkward when they asked for orgasm juice.
Oh.
Pretty sure my nose isn't quite this big, especially with all the racial
Oh
sensitivity
my
talk. But I appreciate the effort.
Sergeant Jeffers. But as a black gay man, I never had a superior who was on my side.
Yeah, it was
So
probably
the
way
advice I
harder
offered
back
you-
then.
And I realize that if I don't back you up on this, I would be betraying the very thing that I worked so hard for. So I
Holt
filed a complaint.
is the
I
best.
appreciate that, Captain.
Shaping young minds like that? That's so powerful.
Yeah.
But you
But,
get
like,
to give them
so
back.
exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
Remember.
They're so weak.
I know!
Whoa! Wait! That's what I'm talking about!
Oil.
Lucky.
I heard from the city council about the liaison position.
Is that right?
You didn't get it.
Oh.
Maybe we shouldn't have filed the complaint.
No, you did the right
Maybe I could have
thing.
done more if I had gotten a liaison job.
Maldak will think twice before making another bad stop like that again.
And bigger and better
That's
things
weird.
are in your future, Terry.
So Sharon's still out of town. Who's looking out for Cagney and Lacey?
Oh my God. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, masterful job of combining serious issues and comedy in an episode. This episode was more of like an Atlanta type episode than a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode, though Atlanta is its own thing. Like, they brought a lot of social issues into that series, which was amazing. This is Brooklyn Nine-Nine's twist on that. It's still a silly comedy with a social message. And like with my Atlanta reaction videos, I usually try to keep those endings short because I personally cannot speak on what I have seen in this episode. It doesn't happen to me. And I'm glad that they threw that kind of joke in with Jake saying the same thing. I can't imagine this happening to me. And they show him from a cop would look like someone breaking into an apartment with the mask on. And the guy wanted to stop him until he saw that the perpetrator was a white man. And he said, oh, that sounds like a pretty good prank. Like, those are the things that I can talk on. I can only speak on that this is something that does happen, and they handled it, I think, perfectly in this episode. Like, it just does. This might have been from 10 years ago. I don't know when this episode came out, 2017, so 8 years ago. And it's not like stuff like this doesn't happen anymore. Racial profiling from police officers and authority in general still happens, and it doesn't matter if you yourself are a cop or not. In Terry's case, he is almost a captain of a precinct, and the only reason that that cop stopped him was because he was black and didn't think that he could live in that neighborhood. And it turns out Terry does live in that neighborhood, and it's just terrible. And there's really nothing, not that there's nothing more for me to say. There's a lot to say on this topic. Me as a reactor, I'm not going to ignore this. But again, I will not ever experience something like this. And it's because, one, I'm a man, and two, I'm a white man. Like, it's just not going to happen. And when I was in my 20s, my best friends, I had friends, but my best friend is black, and I've witnessed him go through things like this, like me being there. And that was 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and the shit just keeps happening. So, like, I didn't want to ignore this part, because this part of the episode was very important, but there's very little that I could say because I don't have personal experiences with this happening to me. But it was just an amazing half of this episode. But the whole part, to me, was the best part, because I was really thinking, like, why would Holt do this? And I think I said it, that there are politics. No matter where you work, there are politics, right? And I just thought that it would be something that Holt really would want Terry to do. But then you do have to think of the backstory, and I'm glad they added that at the end. When Holt was just a cop, that was probably, what was they saying, like 40 years ago from where he is now, 30 or 40 years ago, I think the 80s. Yeah, he was a gay police officer in a time where he had to ignore things because there was no one who had his back. And that is true. Like, even in real life, if you think of the 80s, it's a true story. So that was his experience. That's the only experience that he has personally lived. So it makes sense now that when, Terry brought this to him, he figured, listen, this is how I handled it. And I eventually did get to a position where I could fix it. But like, when you're thinking so quickly, Holt was probably thinking, I was able to get into a position to fix like my situation. Even though subconsciously he is fighting for everyone, he hit his goal, so things will never happen to him again. So with Terry, it was nice that he was like, listen, I actually came at this in the wrong angle. This happened 40 years ago. Like, right now, there are people that look like you that are captains and above. Like, you have people who will have your back. You still will have people who don't, and you still have the politics. It's more or less do what you think is right. And that's what they said. We did the right thing. And Holt wasn't lying. He probably didn't get that liaison job because of what happened. But eventually, if he stays with the 9-9 until Holt retires and he could become captain of the 9-9, then he could do things his way and protect everyone under him, protect his daughters, his family, and run things the way he wants to. So it's amazing that the 9-9 have two strong, one strong captain and many strong candidates for captain. Like, if this was real life, it would be tough because everyone seems to be around the same age besides Terry. So you feel like the obvious next in line would be Terry. But then everybody else, I'm sure, might want to be a captain, and they all will probably make good captains. But it's sad to think that far down the line because it means they would all have to break up and go to different precincts. And that's sad to think of. But again, this was an amazing episode. I do like when a comedy can do a episode about social issues and do it well. Again, like Atlanta did, and like this episode, where they can tell a story that is heartbreaking, but their writing is so good that they mix in the comedy, the laughing, at just the right moment, and it was perfect. So I think I might have spoke a little bit too much than I initially wanted to for this video, or felt I could, but I hope that I got the point across to everyone out there. So I'm just curious, what did you all think of this episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine? What do you think of my reaction, and especially my thoughts? We could talk about it down below, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, guys.